Hello and welcome. I'm Alex DeRoussel, joined here by head football coach, Coach Castner. Coach, how you doing today?
I'm going well. Going well.
So we're just going to kind of do one last little kind of catch up of fall sports before we, head on to the winter sports. Yeah.
So I felt, since you've done such a great job over the last 10 to 12 weeks and the most recent success that you had, that I could interview you.
All right.
All right. So I have some questions here, and the success that you've had it's rubbed off on me a little bit, because I told you last week and the week before, I started following you more, and I started seeing that, that eye of the tiger, the hungriness of the eye, and you have that, and obviously you showed it with the way you finished 19th in the state championship cross country meet. And I thought that if you could give me some more information on top of giving everybody else information on what drove you to that point, what got you to excel at such a crucial part of your career, the state championship, your senior year, all of that. Can you share any of that with us?
It was kind of just a culmination of the past 4 years, everything coming together, and I guess if you wanted to put a pin in a certain moment, it would probably have to be we were hitting the 2 mile in the race, and I saw one of my teammates start dropping back, and that in that point in the race you're always hurting, and so it is kind of just a decision to go for the team, and that is going to motivate you more than anything else that comes from the inside. So having the motivation of the team and just trying to bring home the championship for the community.
So let me picture this. You're running and you saw another team member kind of dropping back a little bit, and you were like, I need to step up. Like, the team needs me, on top of I need to perform at my best. And you got a little bit of bolt of energy, juice. What was it at that point? I mean, did you feel it? Did you feel it literally from that point to the end of the race, that you were just flying?
Not necessarily. There's definitely,
because Mr. Rapp's kind of a disciplined runner, right? You got to follow the plan. And if you follow the plan, you'll be a state champ, which he has proven being a head coach previously, right? Okay,
Coach Rapp, phenomenal coach. He's got 3 state championships, 3 runner-ups. A few of those just by a few points. But in that moment, it wasn't like a bolt of energy hit me. It's just everything that our goals and everything kind of just ran through my mind real quick, and I'm like, we have this saying, it's next man up. So no matter what happens, if someone goes down, if someone's having a bad day, something happens, we just next man up. And that can be applied in any sport, right?
Absolutely.
Football, basketball, baseball. Someone gets injured, someone's quarterback's having an off day, you throw in your backup, or start running the ball more. And it's just adapting to what you're given and seeing how that plays out.
So how many races did you actually finish in front of the pack of your team throughout this year?
One.
So which one was that?
The state championship.
The state championship. That's pretty cool. I'll be honest, that's pretty cool. I've run the pig now. I did the flying pig, and I was in the Super Clydesdale division, which is, I think, 225 and up. Now I'm weighing a lean means 260 right now. But when I trained for that, I didn't feel any bolt of energy to finish. But I did. I finished. I got it. Some of the things that drove me, though, going into that, I got to get this information from you before we close this out. And that is, you're top 20, you're all state, all right, all GMC. You guys have been GMC championship team, sectional championship, or district championship, regional championship, and now state. So what a great, way to finish. Something you'll never forget. But I know you have aspirations and goals, obviously in college. Is there a certain school or a couple schools that you're looking for that you want to go look at?
Right now I'm kind of keeping my options open. I do have a few schools I'm talking to, and thinking about going there. But I'm kind of just taking it one day at a time, one race at a time, and see what.
So it'd be safe to say that you're going to be running in college. Mm-hmm. You're going to end up accomplishing more and more because you're a driven young man. I can see that you understand setting goals and trying to reach those goals. But the more important things I need to know before we really close this out is your favorite pre-race food.
Well, depending on the time, for example, the past few races have been in the afternoon, right?
Yeah.
So, as is may or may not be common knowledge, runners like to eat a lot.
Yeah.
So before a race,
yep,
or typically every day, I eat 2 full sandwiches.
Okay.
Normally just kind of ham and cheese or chicken and something like that. 2 sandwiches, some sort of granola bar, apples, and then some pretzels.
Okay. All right. So that's the state championship meal. As far as for anybody else down the road, and for us, hopefully, if we can grab some of that. Favorite song prior to the meal, prior to the meal or prior to the race.
I'm not big on music before.
Okay.
Sometimes it's
more visualization.
It's just kind of not. I found that some music if it gets you super excited, and then 400 meters into the race, you're like, oh shoot.
It's very true. Love it.
So yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. And then what is or what has been Coach Rapp's best advice for you over your years with him? What's one thing that you'll probably never forget?
I think one thing that he's told us, I've been to the state meet 4 times, and half the time we've been on the podium, and then the other 2 times one time was 5 points off,
right,
and then 1 year was just kind of a train wreck year. But the thing he always tells us before the night before, we have our team dinner, and he always closes out the team dinner with, we eat, we kind of relax, play games, and the thing he always tells us, as we're getting ready to leave is, no matter what happens tomorrow, me, all the coaches, all your teammates, your families, your friends, we're all proud of you no matter what happens. So I think, having that, kind of in the back of your mind that, no matter what happens tomorrow, we're here at the state championship, only 20 teams make it, and this doesn't define us. And I think that's hard for a lot of, athletes and stuff, that you get so caught up in your sport that you don't realize, there's more to life than sport.
Right.
And not to say that, it's bad to be, into your sport, but I think that's probably the best piece of advice Coach ever given me.
I love it. I think all in all, if you know Mr. Rapp, and then obviously being into this, catching up with Castner, and now we're catching up with DeRoussel, right?
Yep.
I personally felt just a little bit knowing you when you guys won that state championship as a team. I thought it was one of the coolest things, in my Saturday this past week, and it was like, what, that's pretty cool, because you do life the right way. You know what I mean? You walk the hallways the right way, you go to class the right way, outside the community you do things the right way, you do things like this, and no one can ever take that from you. And so, to echo what Coach Rapp said, I'm proud of you as well as the head football coach, but also just being around you and getting to know you. And I'd like to wish you nothing but the best, and hopefully, at some point down the road, you'll be able to look at your family and say, you know what, no matter what happens, I'm gonna be proud of you, as a father, as whatever it might be. So I wish you the best, man, and had to switch the roles here on you. I thought you deserved it and earned it. So good luck, and catching with Castner, catching with DeRoussel, right? We'll see you later.